Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are here with a new topic, that is traveling microscope. And here you have the traveling microscope. But before starting, let's see. Here I have written all about the experiment, that is the object of the experiment. It is to determine refractive index of a glass slab using a traveling microscope. Then we have the material required, a traveling microscope, a glass slab. We have here a glass slab. Then we have lycopodium powder or chalk dust. Chalk dust is easier, you can get it easily. And then a white sheet of paper and a marker, where with which we will make this mark on the white sheet paper with a mark. So now we have already focused on the point. Beside these lenses, we also have some scale here, a vernier scale and a main scale. Okay, so as you know, like if you have centimeter scales with you, you already know that those scales have 10 divisions, but this main scale has about 20 divisions. And this is the main scale, and this here you see a small scale made here just beside the main scale. This is the vernier scale. So we need to know the least count of the scale as well. So as we already know the formula, and here we have already written in our experiment notebook the observation and calculation, the least count S by N. And then we have a very important table here that will help us in writing all the observations we make from the scale. Okay, so now let's make the observation that we have now. Okay, so now let's start with the experiment. But before starting the experiment, I want you to introduce you with the traveling microscope. So here we have the traveling microscope. You see two lenses here, which one is down and one is up. The upper one is known as the eyepiece, and the lower one is known as the object piece, where we're gonna keep the object and focus on it. Like, today we'll focus on this point made by a pen, black pen or a marker. Okay. Now let's start our experiment. So we have this paper with a point. We'll keep here under the object piece, and then now we'll focus on it. So before making the observation, we need to know the least count of the traveling microscope. Okay, so we already have the formula as I have already shown you, but still if you don't know, you must know the least count of the traveling microscope, that is 0.001 centimeter. So now let's read our main scale first. Okay, so we need to know the main scale reading, and here you also have a magnifying glass from which you can focus on it. Let me see, what is it? It's around 6.1. Okay, so we have our main scale reading as 6.1. So as we now found out that it was 6.1. Okay, so we have to multiply the 6.1 with S, and as we know, S is the main scale divisions 1 by 20. Okay, so we'll multiply it with it 1 by 20, and we can write 1 by 20 as 3.5. Now we'll multiply and get the answer, that is 3.05. So now let's write the calculation just we made, that is 3.05. This will be our MSR reading, that is main scale reading. Okay, so now let's go ahead with the vernier scale reading. Now let's see what's the vernier scale reading. For finding vernier scale reading, you must know that you have to find the coinciding division of the main scale reading and the vernier scale. Okay, so let's see which one is coinciding. Okay, I think it's 11. The 11th division is coinciding very properly. You can see it. So close, man. Close, man. Okay, so now we found out that it was the 11th division that was coinciding. Now we have to multiply the 11th division that was coinciding into the least count of the traveling microscope, which is 0.001, and we get 0.011 centimeter. Okay, so now this we're gonna write it on the table. We have the VSR reading, that is 0.011. Okay. Okay, so now we will add both our readings, the MSR and also the VSR. That is, we got 3.05, the MSR, which was main scale reading. Then we got 0.11, which was our vernier scale reading. We'll add them, we'll get 3.061. Now we'll again, so now we'll write it here. That is, we got 3.061, right? So we have finally made our A1, that is the M in M plus N, as I told you now, and we made the reading for mark made on paper. Okay, but now we'll put a glass slab on the paper and then see, we'll focus it on the mark, and then again we'll take out the reading with the same procedure. So now let's go ahead. Okay, so as we have already taken out the measurement, now we go ahead with the glass slab. Okay, we'll keep this glass slab on it like this. And now, but you have to keep remember, before earlier we used this ratchet for moving these lenses to focus, but now we don't have to use this. We have to move this scale only. We have a screw here, and through which we can make it up and down easily, and then we can make it tight again. Okay, so now we're gonna focus it on with this. Okay, so now again we have to read the main scale reading and as well as the vernier scale reading again, as we have moved the scale, so we need to read it again, right? So let's see what's our main scale reading. Okay, I think it's 6.6. Okay, so we have the main scale reading, and now let me find the vernier scale reading as well, and we'll write it together, and then we'll calculate it together. So vernier scale reading, I think it's the third division. Third division is perfectly coinciding, so let's move ahead and calculate. Okay, so as we have already taken out the measurement and we've seen the readings, so I have already written here the MSR, that is the main scale reading. Now we have to write the vernier scale reading. So after multiplying it by the LCM, we have got 0.003. Okay, and now when we add these two, we get 3.603. Okay, so this is the main readings of the mark on paper through slab, whatever we have observed. Okay, till now we have observed two things. Now we'll go to next thing, that is when we'll put the chalk powder on the glass slab. Okay, so now the slab one is done. Now we need to get some lycopodium powder or a chalk dust. So I'm putting chalk dust, that is most easily you can get this. So now again we'll do the same thing. We'll again observe it. We'll again focus it on the mark. When we get the correct picture of it, then we'll again calculate the VSR and MSR. So we don't have to move this at all. We have to again move the scale. Okay, so let's move it and now let's again read the reading. So the reading of the main scale is, it's 6.5. It is, you can say it's yeah, 6.5, and the reading of the vernier scale, it's the it's 14th division. Okay, so now So now we have already measured, again we have read the main scale and the vernier scale. So after calculating them, like after again multiplying and then adding whatever we have got is for main scale, that is 4.85 and 0.015, and with this we have got 4.805. This is our final reading. Now after this we need to find the refractive index by a separate formula. Let's see what's the formula. You have 1, have 0, and then you have 2 and 1. Okay, now let's divide and get the answer. Let's see what comes. So now we've got the answer, which is 1.49. Okay, so as it is, now this is our refractive index of the glass slab we had, and we did an experiment with it and took out the refractive index through a traveling microscope. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching till the end of the video. May you got to know something new today. Bye bye.